And I wanted to ask you too about Avantasia because you were involved in that, in the early days of that. And I was just wondering what sort of contact you've had with Toby since, whether you
Mm.
will be involved in the future or I don't know if there's any news on that front.
Yes, that we never know. I mean, I have been, of course, involved since the very first album. It's a funny thing because when Toby came to me to invite me for the first Avantasia album, we were on tour in France, I remember, and what it was still Angra and Ed Guy. Ed Guy was a newcomer, like very young band, young boys, and Toby was a funny, already with his character and personality frontman. And I remember he came to me and he said, "Oh, I have a lot of influence from your work, and I have listened a lot to Angels Cry and Holy Land and blah blah blah. So I am planning a rock opera with some of the best metal musicians in the world, and I would like to ask you if you would like to take part on it." And I looked at that boy and I said, um, "Of course, no problem. I take part on it. No problem. It's a pleasure." But I thought inside to myself, like, he's nuts, he's never gonna make it. This is, he's one of those who just dreams about it. And he made it. So this is a joke every time we meet, I always tell him, like, you're never gonna make it, Toby. So it was cool, in the beginning. I had my part, and I particularly like a lot of the two first albums. I think they are exceptional albums, and they came in a moment where metal was stagnated, and they brought some new life to metal at that precise moment. And then I took part on the third or fourth album as well. Also, when Avantasia decided to go on tour for the first time, a worldwide tour, I was one of the singers. Um, and it was very nice and very fun experience, to sing together with Jorn Lande and Bob Catley, and I mean, it was the three of us. It was really, really nice to to travel all around the world with everybody and all my best friends from Germany, like Sasha Pitt, Miro, Robert, Oliver, and Amanda. So it was really nice atmosphere, this very first Avantasia World Tour. What happened was when the second tour of Avantasia came up, and I even have recorded um, a song for that album. Um, how was the name of the song? Blizzard on the Broken Mirror or something like that. Um, so I didn't know that they were going on tour, but it happened something like suddenly Michael Kiske joined the team. And what happened before was like I had my part, but I was also responsible for singing the Michael Kiske parts because I supposedly was the one who could reach those notes. So when Kiske jumped in, um, it seemed it was a little bit too much of singers singing the same kind of style. And it also matched to the time when I was recording the Symphonia record. So I was busy before the tour was even announced. So that was one reason for not taking part on that tour. And recently, I have been talking to Tobias and to Sasha also, and it seems it's the same kind of problem. As Kiske is continuing there, it looks like he took my place over for a while.
Yeah.
So we'll see in the future. I mean, it's nothing that I depend on or that I count on, but I miss the good atmosphere that we had in the very first tour, and this is something I would like to live again if possible.